Well, hello, and welcome back to my series on Timberborn or in Timberborn. So, as the drought is coming, what is going to be the next thing as I wait for these other projects to get done? I think because I am low on trees, I might have to maybe set up another area for forestry, even though I don't necessarily need it. And I could dig into this pine area, but I think I might just want to make another little area for planting trees. I'm not exactly sure where to put it because most of the landmass that's over here, at least, is going to be hit by the bad tide. And I could also start kind of making my way over here to where I'm going to put the other push for the diversion. Oh, I can't build on top of those. Okay. I'll just go along here. And I also installed the latest mod update. I don't necessarily want to run like a fully modded out game because I kind of like what I did here. Kind of like this with the base tools, making this little staircase up instead of just having like a big ladder system. Although the ladder system is much more efficient. Same thing here. The vertical power shafts is much more efficient to go, vertical. But I did put in the simple flood trigger mod, or the simple floodgate trigger, I think is what it's called. Maybe I'll put it on screen here. That and the smart power. I think those two are the only two that I'm really going to run. I think the smart power one like sets buildings to idle when I think like this is probably being set to idle currently. No workers at workplace, missing ingredients, power saving mode. Just because it's a fairly nice and efficient way to not blow through your power supply. So I think I'm going to run with those two mods specifically. The simple floodgate trigger one is just so that I don't have to be constantly fighting or constantly micromanaging my floodgates. So if I just have I think it is where this stream gauge, when this reads bad tide, it will like trigger off my my floodgates switching. So it just makes things easier, makes things simpler to manage. And I think the other big change that I'm going to make is I'm going to try to do a lot less editing. Usually what I would do is I would edit out a lot of like any significant quiet chunk where I'm not really saying a lot. And I would also edit out like what I just did there, like ums or coughs. So I think I'm going to continue to edit out those. Like any breaths away, any coughs, any like sneezes, or any of the like. I also like lip smack a lot, or maybe get rid of some of those lip smack noises. Just for, just to try to not to annoy my audience. But yeah, I think for the most part, I'm going to try to, I don't know, maybe one, it would be easier to not have to go through everything and cut out some of the dead space, but maybe it also would encourage me to not have so much dead space, just to kind of have me rambling into the mic for more often than not, and maybe kind of explaining my thought process, even though sometimes when it is quiet, it's because I'm not really thinking about anything. There's not really much to think about. Um, so sometimes it's that. Maybe I should set another. Should I have another lumberjack over here so you can start cutting down these mangrove trees? Let me get that. I'll set one here. What is my work situation? I might want to then. Would I need another breeding pod? I kind of don't want to. I don't know. It is a game for entertainment. I was about to say I don't necessarily want to overpopulate, where I have to then try to recover from having too high of a population. But you know, it is often, I feel like it can be more dramatic or more entertaining to have like almost panicking moments where you're trying to deal with something. Where can I put this breeding pod? Okay. I'm just trying to look for for already existing little corner in my map, so I don't have to necessarily either dynamite a location away or shuffle things around. Just trying to find a neat little spot to tuck away a breeding pod. I don't think I have any like. Oh, I could do it there. This would be a little awkward, but it's fine. Little breeding pod right there. And then this lumberjack. Let's pump up that priority. Let me actually continue that path. I kind of do want a bad tide to come through because I want to see how these irrigation barriers work. I just want to see exactly how they're going to do the thing they're going to do. This staircase is still getting built. My battery storage is still fine. This is what's being constructed currently. Yep. Cool. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to like start maneuvering in what will be future projects, because I kind of have already this stuff laid out. Or I might just like, I might actually just start building up this stuff just to have stuff to do while other stuff is happening. And because this was at least I'm pretty sure Timberborn works first to last build order. So whatever is the last thing that you built, or sorry, whatever the last thing you built or the first thing you built is the first thing that gets worked on. Okay, that guy's. Wow, that was a loud notification from my phone. Let me set all that off. Okay. Yeah, this guy finished up his job cutting up those oak trees. As I was saying, the last thing that gets built, or the first thing you put up is the first thing that gets built. So it's all in. It's not like a radius thing where it's like the closest thing and then it builds out. It's, you know, you build something that gets put on the list of things that are going to get built, and it goes top down. So this whole project, let me see, I need to get the large water wheel, and this needs 2, right? It needs 2 high. So the idea with this is that gonna go probably like this, and then it's gonna be the width of the water wheel. Where's my water wheel? And this is 5. So this is 5 units. I might actually have to like shift a couple of things around. I might end up destroying this this bad water. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 5. Well, actually, I build here and then I build here. Yeah, you know, I think I should be fine. Let me start building this up. I like stuff like this where I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna handle it in the edit. Where am I gonna keep all of this? Who knows? Am I gonna be... I think I'm gonna go down. I'll slowly go down my layers. For this first layer, we'll go down 1. And then it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, it's 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is gonna be that first wheel. I know this isn't gonna be the most efficient way to go about doing this, but to me it's the most interesting. Just kind of more having fun with it than necessarily building to like the most efficient thing. I just wanted to have like a big little tower thing where the water is snaking and coiling around it. Just kind of cause more than anything, you know. So the idea being, where is this? Cool. So sort of like that. It's so ridiculous. The thing I didn't consider is this little jut. How am I going to connect that power? It would be easier if it was on the other side, but then the dam would be one shorter. I might just have to have a gap. You know, a 2 block. And it would be how much lumber gets made. So it's 1-to-1 of plank to log. This is 12 log, and this is a total of 10. So it is more efficient to just, if I was to just kind of go up. Conveniently enough, it is not that many. So, I mean, it'll be a little ugly looking because I kind of want it to like wrap up, turn around, or wrap back the other way. And it would mean that there's a gap in order to not essentially build on top of another water wheel. But it should be fun. I don't know. I'd still, you know, still not exactly sure what I'm doing with all of this. But hopefully, hopefully this gives you kind of an idea of what I'm going for. It's going to be so many logs. And I might have too much of a flow restriction with these 2 dams. This actually might need to be... I'm not even sure if this is going to be a better alternative. Just to do floodgates. Maybe I could do double floodgate. It just you know, set this to 0. Get all the water to flow out. And hopefully it coming around this corner kind of catches this back end of this wheel to get it kind of powered. But yeah, you know, we'll see how this goes. And this is gonna need stairs there. Probably stairs to go up and over. Oh wait, no, can't. Can I not build over? Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, I thought I could build over that. So I will need that, this little guy, just so that I can have like an actual place to step over and across. Okay. So this would need to be kind of like that. And then probably not these stairs, because I might end up kind of like this, and then having this power line, or maybe I break off the power line somewhere over here. Okay, I'll think about that later. For now, I want a path around so they can get at all of this. They can get at making all of that stuff. Okay. That was there to kind of waste some time or burn through some time for that. Okay. Now I can get this and I can go to advanced, patch, extreme gauge. Okay. Set height, contamination low threshold, contamination high threshold. I think 1%. Then set height above high contamination 1. And then set low threshold. Yeah, I mean, that should be fine. And then would this mean okay, this might be a pause where I try to figure out how this works. I'm not sure. I think I'm setting this right. But I have no idea. I just disabled it during drought and temperate. So that'll happen when it happens. So I'm not exactly sure that I'm doing this correctly. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll have to monitor that when I get a bad tide. And what is being currently constructed that I should be looking at? I have 414. How do I have so much? Oh, it must have been all this mangrove gave me a ton of wood to work with. A new breeding pod is still doing its thing. I only have 2 available houses, so I probably should put in some more housing. What does that look? Yeah. Oop. Boom. I'll put in this large barrack. Okay, now that that is in, my power should be fine, especially with that, with the new smart power mod. And I kind of want more diverse farming. I'll just make the rest of this corn. Looks like I'm low on corn, or at least, oh, I'm low on the storage of the ration. My rations are crazy high for the corn. Okay, cool. So I should be all right. And then what is my fermented? I mean, they're still chewing through my fermented soybeans. I'm making them as fast as I can. Oh, I don't have canola oil. That's why I haven't made any. Man, well, that is probably a thing that I should have noticed. Where can I put some canola oil? I'm gonna mark that for destruction, and I will mark that for destruction. And then let me get that priority up, and yeah, I can't reach that little edge of it. Then go and destroy all those crops. I don't really need those crops. I can put in some canola. Just a little baby patch. Little baby patch of canola. Here and here. Let them start planting that. Cool. And then, where's this? Oil press. And this takes power. Am I just going to shove it there? Sure. And then let me go back here and plant this canola. Cool. That probably makes, I mean, that makes a lot of sense as to why. Let me pause that. I might actually not need the second soybean fermenter. Because the reason why I had so many soybeans was because I wasn't making them properly. Or I didn't have the supplies to make them properly. Man, this forester is struggling keeping up with this back end of oak. I mean, it's not really an issue. I have 390 wood. It's not really being a problem. But yeah, so it's moments like this where like I really want to stick to the strategy of, not the strategy, to the concept of like minimal editing. But you know, I kind of need stuff and bigger projects to get built. And, you know, relatively easy way to deal with that is just kind of have a little time skip and kind of let stuff get built. And you know, I think as long as, I think the strategy would be, or sorry, the idea would be that for the most part, relatively unedited, trying to keep the flow of conversation for myself to the audience going pretty well. But you know, there are cases in these kind of SimCity and these city builders, these colony builders, where you just kind of have to let time play out. I think this is going to be one of those moments where I'm going to kind of just let this finish up. My food is good. My water is fine. If anything changes here, if anything looks like it's dramatically going off the deep end and I need to address something quickly, I'll get to that. Actually, let me, before I finish that thought and say, hey, I'm definitely going to be doing a thing. Let me actually see if I can. Let me see if I can actually get more storage for my trees, or for my logs, and for my planks. Where am I going to put that? Just so that when they move on to other projects, they have, you know, a bounty of stored goods that they can draw from. You know what, I might, probably not the best place to put it. here. No, it's a power line connection. Yeah, you know what? I might just carve out a section here. Be better if it was closer to. Nah, yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna set a lumberjack to go here and kind of carve out a little area to give me something to work with. I'm gonna keep most of that oak there. Have him carve that out, wait for that to happen, and then kind of watch that get built. Yeah. I wonder if I could do like. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see on my editing software, see if I can do it like a speed up. But I'll see you on the other side. All right, so before I just start doing this without any context, what I think I'm going to do now that I have access to the irrigation thing, the irrigation barrier, I think what I'm going to do is expand this out probably as far as it'll go in terms of what the forester will reach. And let me actually just kind of blow the cap off of this. And as long as I have one thickness, I'm going to put in the barriers and then see what that does. So I think something like that. And then that's as far as the reach of this building or this forester looks. But maybe I'll just try one edge. One edge further. Kind of set that in place. Over here, I had chopped this stuff out, blown away a little bit of this, just 71, 92. I might as well harvest that wood. I'm in need of lumber. I have huge lumber projects that are currently in the works. So, as stuff is going, you know what, I'm impatient. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that, and then I will set this to get deleted, and then let me up the priority for that. Yep. I knew immediately. I said like, oh, I'm gonna try to do a little like time lapse speed up thing. And then I immediately just moved my camera, went somewhere else, just started looking at other places and just immediately distracted. So guess I'm not doing that, not doing a time lapse. I mean, I might do a little bit of what I had, but my ADD brain just did not let me stick around to find out. Okay, so if I did here and here, I did line Hmm. Where am I going to put it? I should be able to... No, it doesn't look like I can actually get... I do lose one. You lose one side, which is where the stairs side is. So it could be here when I start to go up. So let me go here, here, here. I'm going to set this as logs, set this as planks. Those are going to be my two big resources that I'm going to want to stockpile, because this is going to take a lot of planks. This is going to take a lot of logs. I don't think I really need that many gears. It's kind of just planks and logs. So let me get this up and going. And then this goes across here. This goes there. This goes, oops. This comes up here, here, here. Go one there, and then that goes across. So I have path here, path there, and then this stair here. This goes up here, and then one thing that also goes all the way across. That'll be, let's see what that gives me. So it'll be here, here, here of all logs. This is what, 180 a piece. I built 4, so 640. Okay, plank. So I'm adding the ability to store 640 of both logs and of planks. And this little stack here. And then I can kind of offshoot on each level. I can kind of use these little gaps to get even more storage if I want it. Kind of in this area, I might store some of the other supplies and warehouses. I'm not exactly sure what I would need in such large quantities, or what I would want in such large quantities. It's probably like food, but even then, like, I'm not exactly sure which food I would want. I could make eggplant. Eggplant is the last little bit of food that I'm not making. I can make coffee. I could do the whole thing. But I think I'll leave that for over here. And I might start kind of demolishing these little bump ups. Because if I flood this with water, this is going to kind of be my new, my food basin. So essentially I'm going to have farmers here planting all kinds of food, giving me all kinds of food, maybe have like a district, one of the little district separators here. So this is its own district. And maybe the center is going to be above the lake, the manufactured lake, kind of on stilts, and then push out to the mines. This will be mining and farming. And I'm going to need to flatten this out, and I'll probably end up kind of like what I did up here. I'm just going to kind of dig through a channel so I can get it, maximize as much farmland as I can. So I think I will start that process of getting access to the upper layer of these little hills. Setting that all to get blown up. Well, let me check my other little bomb units and what they're doing. Can I build path? No, can't build a path on the irrigation. The drought is ended. Not really that big of a deal for me. Set 1. That's good. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Well, when did that happen? He's dying in 2 days. Yeah, that's what I get for having this too low. And one of the other reasons why I wanted to kind of get the irrigation or the whatchamacallit, these guys, the irrigation barriers on here and blow out here so that I can start the project of turning this this area into a storage for droughts. And in order to really functionally do that, I should probably also get started on what I was doing over here, blowing that section out, turning this into my push area where I push my bad tide instead of having anything over here. So essentially this wall will still stay up. I'll tear down all this stuff, have my barrier here to push the bad tide that way. And then this will become for both bad tide and for droughts. This will become a little storage area for water. Essentially, I'll just carve out like this whole chunk of land, you know, as far as high as this goes, with 2 units. Even my build up, so make this a 3 tall floodgate. I could go with the mods where there's like oh, actually, I can't do 3 tall if I'm gonna blow all of this out. I have to stay at 2 tall. I mean, I can always, I mean, I would have to build, you know, I could eventually get there by then building up levees. It's not really a big deal. Okay, blow that out. Wait for all that to continue to go. That's all still getting planted. Go there, blow that up, blow that up. I have 5 available workers. Let me get another. Let's see here. I'll get another hauling post. Hauling post right there. This is also super low priority for work. Increase the priority for build. 2.4k food. My water is going low. So okay, now I have to worry about that. I'm going to need more water storage. And I could buy this. What do I have here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I could build 2 massive tanks. I would end up getting rid of this breeding pod. But I'd have the big tanks here. I still could build one, essentially replace this breeding pod right here. Because I would need, it's only, it's 7 spaces total. Because it's not necessarily a, how many people I have drawing water. It could be just if I maximize my ability to store water, then I probably should also be fine. Another way to deal with it, at least from how I've played the game and the scenarios that I've encountered and how I've dealt with stuff. Sometimes it's the same amount of water. Water pumpers will survive with just having more room to store water. And this is gears and metal, which I have plenty of, and plenty of planks. So I might end up doing that. I was kind of waiting for this beaver to pop out. And then I'm gonna destroy this building as soon as the beaver comes out, as soon as the little baby gets born. Okay, cool. Pop it. Go here. Here. Trash that. Those plants. Go to storage. Get a massive tank. Massive tank there. Let me up the priority of what that. In order for that to get built quicker. Get this to be water. Also, I just realized I'm going to need storage for oil. What would be, this would be a convenient place to put oil. And then put the canola oil there. I mean, it's not that convenient. I mean, they're right across from each other. So it's like pull right into, oh wait, no, it is this guy, soybean fermenter. He needs the canola oil. So that is not a great place to put it, but it is a place I put it, and I'm not, whatever. I'm not really plussed about changing it. And as soon as this gets in, I'm going to destroy this. They'll transfer the water over into this giant bucket. Put in the other one. I'll probably put in another breeder there. Or the other breeder that I had gotten rid of. So get rid of that stuff. Get rid of that. Plant a cassava here. Go to storage. Get another big tank here. Filled with water. Up priority there. Get housing. Get me a breeder there. Cool. Now let's see if I can, if this will, my water ticks up or ticks down. Right now I have 0 because it's not being stored anywhere. I'm trying to up the priority of them storing that water. Actually, let me lower the priority of that building so that my haulers can get to, there you go. Actually put the water away so people can drink it. Good for you, beavers. Don't let yourself get, die of thirst when there's piles of water in front of you. Okay. How's this stuff coming along? It's still going. Blow that up. Blow that up. Oh yeah, it's because I have it set at a lower priority. So everything else is getting done before this gets done. Duh. Should have realized that. Yeah, that was not intentional. I did not intentionally have my beavers working that way. I am just a bit of a dummy, and I get distracted amazingly easily, and I just kind of forget. It's kind of like almost like ditzy level of just kind of blissfully ignorant. Okay. Now this can be, sure, why not triple floodgates? Triple floodgate there. Leave that channel open. Let me get here. The idea being I want to get a path for stairs to come up and over here. I can get on top of this little section so I can get platforms on the other side. So that they can kind of walk across here. Get platforms on the other side so they can reach all of these floodgates, because they can't build across these. Oh, actually, because it's, I don't need that. Yeah. God, what am I doing? I am not thinking about things. I would usually do that, have like a system of floodgates if they're going to have trouble reaching it, but for the most part, this is only too high, a too high wall, so they can reach up one to a second floor. So they can reach these two. This is only going to take one. You know, it's only feeding one building. Or one, it's not like they have to go over anything. They can literally contact it here. Okay. That's good. This is finally getting worked on. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about that. I was like, oh, they're really working on my other projects and setting Dynamite down. Like, huh, I didn't really make the connection that, of course, they're gonna do all the other projects I'm laying down, because I still had this little flooding zone set at a lower priority. So anything that had the average priority would just get built. Cool. This is getting put together. This is starting to get flooded. Exactly what I wanted. All right. All that is going good. I have 591 planks stored. I have 586 wood stored. Oh, my forester finally got the chance to go up to that area. And as soon as they kind of shift over to start working more heavily in this area, that's going to get that's going to bomb through my wood piles. And while I have the opportunity to, okay, I will also build for the future. Hopefully this stuff is working. Is the stream gauge. Stream gauge here, and then you will have. So this will be my detector of bad water to kind of pump this gate up to then push bad water down this way. And this shouldn't, yeah, it goes down here and it'll flood out over here. Yeah, shouldn't have any contamination. Okay, that's detonated. Did this finish? No, but they are laying down dynamite again. Oh, it's only maybe because it's a limited number of beavers can get access to these, that one point of wood, or that one location. So my other haulers get signed off to do other stuff. Yeah, whatever. The 6 haulers that it would take to bring wood, the 1 builder it would take to build it. And then I have more workers than that. So the leftover people get sent to build other, or fill in other jobs. Nito Bonito. Yeah, 500 water. Okay, what are you? Okay, cool. It's bad tide. This is at 1.5. I'm gonna have to slow that down when it gets here to make sure that that's actually working properly. I'm gonna have to watch that, kind of look at that and see what that's doing. So blow that up and then set more dynamite. Here you go. And then all that to get blown up. This to get blown up. And then all of that. I probably go. Oh, not there. Let me finish out this. The thing I didn't want to do to waste the logs before. Well, I can waste the logs now. Or not waste the logs, but better use the logs. I wonder if it would be better to leave this there here, because I can start to set in the actual irrigation barriers. Here, 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 here. Essentially along this edge, and I'll go. Sure. I wonder if I want to, how exactly I want to kind of cut up and over. Yeah, you know what, I'll just kind of go along this little path. Then let me set all this. That's kind of the thing to work on. And then I can kind of like probably see it in action if it doesn't get built before the bad tide reaches here. I can kind of see the progress that gets made. I also am going to need to cut off this path once the bad tide reaches, because my beavers aren't smart and they will just run into the bad tide water to get at stuff that needs to get constructed. So probably just like cut off this path. Well, you know, I'm just gonna do it now. Cut off that path so they don't see this stuff needs to get built and they won't rush over there to get themselves in trouble. Okay. This is a lumberjack red. He's fine. Okay. Plenty of logs. Let me, this, yeah. Just get there a little quicker. Okay. Bad tide's here. Watching it flow down the mountain. I need to slow it down a little bit when it hits this guy. Just make sure this is working appropriately. Because if not, I'm going to need to manually cool it, manually shut it off. Okay. Very good, very good. I'm not going to sing again, although I feel like doing it again, you know, the whole coming around the mountain bit, but I already did it once. Okay. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to go very slow. This is not reading any contamination yet. Here's roughly here, looks like it's the leading edge of the contamination. Come on, come on. That's reading 1. And now, as soon as this reads 1, And this did nothing. Still 1%. Maybe it needs to get to 2%. 2%. Still did nothing. Okay. Turn that off. Go to basic. Set that to 1. Set this to 2. So maybe I don't understand how to set those switches. Okay. I don't know why my brain has trouble with that. Set that to 0. No, you need to get, that needs to get turned off. This go 2. Okay, cool. That's at 2. Flushing my bad tide down this way. This is at 0. Okay. I think I'm fine. I should be seeing these little irrigation barriers seem to be halting the bad tide. This is still getting worked on, so I can at least see it kind of actively work. Maybe it needs to go down there, not up top. Unless it's like the effect of everything around it. No, that's also maybe all of that. Okay. Maybe I'm not quite understanding how the irrigation barrier works. Make sure that they don't actually dip down into the water. Because this seems to be working. Well, no, that one's not really. Stops soil irrigation and contamination from spreading beneath it. Maybe this stuff is what's causing this. I don't know. Okay. Well, I have some. Oh, yeah, okay. Does seem like it's doing something. Because I'm not hitting all angles of what's getting contaminated. There still is kind of like areas that are kind of leaching through. Can I build anything on top? Okay, I can build a platform on top of that. Okay. I guess it kind of works the way I thought it was going to work. Well. Yeah, maybe I just didn't get how to set that up properly. Yeah. They are continuing to build this. maybe I need to build this out even further. Where I keep forgetting where that is. The landscaping. I'll go yeah, yeah. Yeah, because this little section is just kind of leaching out, kind of reaching across over there. All of this is leaching across here. Okay. Wow. I think it's like this ground plus this ground, what's kind of getting all of this killed. And I'm gonna have to mark these trees to get cut, or else, you know, they're gonna stay there and just be stagnant. I need to mark that to get cut. Cool. Clean that up. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. Probably even next little bit. Yeah, that's cool. I can build all the way up to, or I can set mangroves all the way up to here. Nice. And then where are my mangrove fruit? I'm full of fruit, so this could all be cutting area. All this new expanse that can stay. Wonderful. Is it this corner? Irrigation barrier here. You need to get put in. And then where here, here, and here. Might as well put you also. This should be stopping everything there. This is stopping that. Yep, it was that little corner piece that was affecting up here. Yep, that was it. And this stuff needs to get... Oh no, that cleared up. What was causing that? Oh no, I'm already out. Okay. I'm already out of the bad side. That's probably more of what it was. Okay. And then this can be 1.5. And then this could go back up to 1. Okay. Cool. I mean, I think eventually this will all get ripped out. All of this irrigation barriers. As soon as I get up here. As soon as I convert this over to my push. Still gonna leave this wall here. So that when I unload this or leave this for my essentially like a reservoir tank of water, I won't lose this water here for my trees. Okay, cool. Cool. That's still getting going. All right, well, this sort of worked kind of how I thought it was going to work, which is nice. But yeah, cool. That was a nice little venture down that. You know, I might let this finish, and then that is where I will call the episode. Just kind of watching these guys finish up this job, and hopefully I could see it kind of flood up or fill out in water. Yeah, I'm asking them to go a pretty long way to get there. 371 wood, so 820 water. See, look, I didn't need to increase the number of pumpers that I had. I just needed to increase the available storage that they could put the water into. Because sometimes that's what the issue is that your pumpers are able to keep up with and store more water for the number of beavers you have. It's just that you don't have enough available storage for them to put the water away. So you don't necessarily need to panic and like, oh, here, I'm going to put in more pumpers. You just need more storage. You need bigger storage. At least that's happened to me a couple of times, where it's not the easier solution, or the actual more efficient solution is more storage. But yeah, I mean, I have tons of resources, tons of food. I'm essentially maxed out on the amount of food that I can actually hold on to, almost. Corn is still, like the actual raw corn, like all my raw food, except for soybean. Soybean is still crazy. Crazy high storage. But everything else, even my canola oil is already pretty much full. I should probably plant some level of eggplant. I don't know if I want to replace some of the soybean, because I have so much soybean. Just kind of split where I have soybean with eggplant. What does that look like? I don't think I even have that. I didn't think I even planted that many soybeans. No, I have just this little plot here for soybean. I mean, corn is great too. You know, let me unplant this little area. Let that get harvested and switch it out for eggplant. But yeah, almost there. This is filling up nicely. Then I'll have my backwater. The rusted backwater. That's what I'll call that. The rusted backwater. What do I call the main? This district is going to be called rusted backwater. What's going to be the bottom of the mountain? Something iron. The Iron Foot Basin. I'm going to expose myself in that I don't know how to, or I'm not sure. Is that how you spell basin? I'll look that up later when I'm editing, and then I'll correct that. So that's the Iron Foot Basin. And then this will be my rusted backwater, is this district. And, you know, pretty close to getting that up. I mean, this is already technically done. This little corner piece is just for the aesthetic of having that corner filled. Cool. This, I mean, it's irrigated all the way up to pretty good ways in. But I think I will cut in a channel anyway. Cut in a channel to go pretty far in. Yeah, and I might do it, you know, along kind of where I've already set the route, but I'm gonna, you know, tear down these little mounds. Cool. And then probably in the next episode will be the start of the rusted backwater. And then also finishing up this project. Oh, let me give them the path back so they can continue to build back over here into my new push, and then building out my my reserve, my water reserve. Yeah, things are looking good. I like where it's going. This big project is going to take forever to get going. At least you can kind of see partially the kind of idea that I was shooting for. Cool. And let me start, as I end this episode, I will start planting some eggplant. Cool. All right. It's been a good one. We'll see you guys on the next one.